Most guys think that testosterone is a gym problem or a diet problem. And yes, both of those 100% matter, but that is not where it starts. Testosterone production begins in your brain. Your brain's going to fire a signal, and that signal is going to travel down a chain. And at the end of that chain, your body is going to be told to produce more or produce less testosterone. So if that signal is being suppressed in any type of way by how you think, how you operate, how you're responding to stress in your daily life, it's not going to matter how well you're sleeping, how clean you're eating, because that signal is still going to get suppressed. And I spent multiple years frustrated doing all of what I thought was the right things, but at the end of the day, I was fixing the wrong end of the chain. So today I'm going to show you exactly how your brain is either printing out testosterone or just flat out killing it, and exactly how you can rewire it. All right, so before we get into anything else, I want to talk quick about something that most people don't actually talk about when they're referring to testosterone. It is your identity. Testosterone is obviously your drive hormone. It is what makes you want to pursue these hard things, chase these huge goals, and stay focused under high pressure, build something real in life. But what most people don't actually know is that relationship is a direct correlation. So high testosterone is going to drive ambition, but being in an ambitious, forward moving, forward focused state is also going to drive your testosterone. So men that are operating from a clear sense of purpose, have a clear pursuit towards things, just big things in life, have measurably higher testosterone than the guys that are just passive and reactive. The brain actually reads your daily operating code, and it's going to calibrate your hormone production based off of it. And when I was 18 with zero direction in life, no drive, my hormones just completely reflected that. It was very obvious. And the moment that I actually got some intention to where I wanted to go and where I wanted to build my life towards, I started becoming what I was actually building. And everything completely shifted. The biology then followed with my identity. So your brain is going to produce the hormones that are matching your identity, the way you're living, and the person that you truly want to become. So changing your identity is going to change your hormones as well. But here is how testosterone is actually produced and why all of the other things in this video are going to be so important. So it's a very simple chain. Your hypothalamus fires out a signal, then your pituitary is going to receive that signal and amplify it, and that signal is then going to reach your testes, and then testosterone production happens. It is literally that simple. That is it. But every single thing that I'm about to cover in this video, stress, dopamine, sleep, your mindset, it is all going to affect the very first step. So when the very first part of this chain is affected, the brain firing signal is then affected, which is going to basically control your testosterone production. And when that first signal is suppressed, nothing downstream is going to compensate for it. You can have a amazing diet, you can train perfectly, and you can still be running on half of the potential your hormones actually have, just because the signal is never reaching the testosterone production area. And what I see happening with the majority of guys is they're trying to fix the testosterone production at the very end of the chain. And all of the real work is going to be at the top, at the very first signal. So fix the signal, and your body is going to do what it was actually designed to do naturally. So cortisol and testosterone are both made from the exact same raw materials in your body. So when cortisol demand ends up going high, your body then prioritizes that over high testosterone. So it's literally basically stealing each other. Cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. And in the modern day, this actually happens so much more than most people actually realize. Things as normal as work pressure, financial stress, overstimulation from being on your phone or scrolling through social media. Most guys are actually stuck in a low grade, stressed state, all because of simple things like this. And then that chronic low grade stress is actually going to be more damaging than small stresses, because the body never gets to actually recover from them. So you're basically never shifting fully out of that fight or flight mode that you're putting your body into. And your nervous system sticks to two simple modes, either a survival mode or that building mode. So your cortisol is going to be produced in that survival mode, but your testosterone is produced in that building mode. And your brain is not going to be able to run both at the exact same time. That's exactly where the high cortisol, low testosterone, low cortisol, high testosterone comes into play. And this also connects back to the identity piece. Most guys operating from a reactive survival mindset are chronically cortisol dominant. So the guys then operating from an intentional building mindset is going to shift that balance towards the high testosterone. So you can't produce testosterone in survival mode. Your brain has to believe that you are in a safe and building mode, not at all running from anything. That is the signal that happens when your cortisol goes high. Now, your dopamine is also your motivational and your pursuit chemical, and it's going to directly be connected to that signaling chain that produces that testosterone. So, dopamine basically controls how strongly your brain is going to fire off that testosterone signal. So, a healthy, sensitive dopamine receptor means a strong, clean hormonal signal. And of course, then down regulated receptors just means a weak one. But here is where the problem comes. Every time you are like this guy right here, picking up your phone, scrolling through social media, eating processed food, just basically getting little quick hits of these notifications, your brain is going to get a massive hit of artificial dopamine that requires zero effort. So over time, it's going to adapt to becoming less sensitive. So then you're going to need more stimulation to feel that exact same motivation. When that happens, everything real just starts to feel like it's requiring too much effort from you. So then training feels harder, then building something in your life almost feels pointless, and then the ambition is just no longer there. And most guys call this laziness. It is not at all laziness. It is a hijacked dopamine system that is basically telling your testosterone signal that it's been weakened, that it's being suppressed. So then that mindset connection becomes very clear and direct. The guys who are pursuing hard things, who are choosing that delayed gratification over an instant reward, who do the uncomfortable things daily and stay consistent with everything, they keep their dopamine system actually sensitive. And a sensitive dopamine system is going to mean a stronger testosterone signal. Cutting those cheap dopamine hits out of my life was one of the most uncomfortable and but also most hormonally impactful things that I did. It doesn't sound at first like it would have such a significant impact on your overall hormonal system, but it really makes you feel so much better, and you notice how you're operating differently. And all that drive, the ambition to build huge things, chase massive goals in my life, all came back fast and just came back naturally. And it wasn't at all motivational, it was biological. Testosterone is actually produced while you are sleeping, and it is produced during a specific stage in your sleep. So your brain is going to fire off that production signal during a specific point in your sleep stage, and the quality of that signal is then going to determine how much testosterone you actively wake up with that next morning. So 1 week of literally sleeping 5 hours a night reduces testosterone by 10 to up to even 15% in a normal, young, healthy male. And that is literally equivalent to aging many, many years hormonally in just 7 days. So just think about that for 1 second. But of course, it's not just about the hours of sleep that you're getting. It's about the quality of your sleep. So if you're drinking alcohol, if you're eating late, blasting your eyes with blue light, if your cortisol is higher in the evening, all of these are going to suppress your deep sleep stages, which are going to be where that production actually happens. And you got to realize that you can sleep 8 hours and still be destroying your production window. And the mindset shift here is like treating sleep as a hormonal performance tool, not at all some luxury thing, not something you are sacrificing for a hustle or sacrificing to put more work in or put more time in. Sleep is very, very important. The guys that are serious about optimizing and boosting their testosterone production are going to be protecting this window every single night. So a consistent sleep and wake time, keeping your room cool, and avoiding any type of blue light before bed, these are non-negotiables every single night. Your brain is either working for your testosterone every single day, or it is going to be working against it. The mindset that you're operating from, the stress that you're carrying throughout the day, the dopamine inputs you're actively feeding your brain, the sleep that you're getting, the quality deep sleep that you're getting, all of it is either going to strengthen that signal or suppress it. Yes, of course, the very bottom of the chain matters, the diet, the training, all of those things 100% matter, but This is where the real work starts at the very top, the very first stage. And when I fixed these inputs, when I changed my identity, the stress response, I completely changed it. The dopamine system completely recovered. Everything just fell into place. When I completely fixed these inputs, when I shifted my identity to the person I wanted to become, the person I wanted to build my life towards becoming just every single day, high goals, high ambition, insane drive, then the stress response changed, the dopamine system recovered, the sleep was super high quality deep sleep every single night. My body did what it was supposed to do, what it was designed to do, and it actually happened a lot faster than you would think. So rewire the inputs and the output takes care of itself. But if you want a full protocol completely built around your own specific situation, your own specific lifestyle, DM me rebuild on Instagram. We'll see if you're a good fit for my one-to-one program. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching.